Okay, so we're going to look at another example. Now this one, we now have two different ways of solving these kinds of problems, right? I can multiply by the reciprocal of what's in the denominator, as long as I'm down to just a fraction in the top and the bottom. Or I could multiply the least common denominator of both of my denominators. And what happens is that causes them to get canceled out. But so I look at this one though, and the least common denominator, what I see is I have an x squared minus 9 and a 15 minus 5x. And so I know that I might, I know that I'm going to have to multiply by -1 in order to flip one of these later on. So doing the least common denominator might be a little more tedious at this point. So let's go ahead and just multiply by our reciprocal. So I'm going to rewrite my problem so that I have 8x, and actually I'm going to factor it along the way. Hopefully that'll be okay. So I know that 8 goes into both 8 and 24, and I can also pull out an x. So I'm left with, let's see, I have 8x, and that's times the quantity x plus 3, and then that is over x minus 3 times x plus 3, and all of that is over. See how I factored out that denominator? Okay, so I'm going to now, let's see, 2x, that just stays how it is. And, oops, let's go ahead and write that as multiplying by the reciprocal. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Might as well, we could save ourselves the step of rewriting again. So I'm going to times by, let's see, so now 15 minus 5x is in the numerator on the top, but I'm going to pull out a 5, so I'm left with 3 minus x, and on the bottom I have a 2x. So let's go ahead and cancel out the things that are easy to cancel out. X minus 3, x minus 3, I can pull a 2 out of my 8 so that I'm left with 4 up here. Also get rid of this x and this x. So now I'm left with 5. I'm going to rewrite this. I don't have to save paper or anything. So it's 5 times 3 minus x over x minus 3. So I'm going to multiply both my top and my bottom by -1, right? Because I can do that because it's the same thing as 1. So what happens is that I can pick which one I want to multiply the -1 into. So I'll go ahead and do it to the numerator. So I have 5 times x minus 3 over, and now I still have that -1, so don't lose it because you have to deal with it. But it's x minus 3 down on our denominator. X minus 3's cancel out, so I'm left with 5 divided by -1, which is a -5. So go ahead and try some problems like this.